How you doing, class? It's me again, your favorite anatomy and physiology professor in the spring semester of 2020. Um, hopefully all is well. So next section we're going to talk about are the cranial nerves. We've talked about these in class a little bit, and in lab we were able to talk about these some. Remember, cranial nerves come from the brain. So we have sensory cranial nerves that just sense. Remember, nerves can be sensory, mixed, or motor, right? Mixed means sensory and motor. Motor means they're just motor, right? So 3 that are only sensory: olfactory, that's your sense of smell; optic, sense of sight; vestibulocochlear, that's in your ear. Okay, so only sensory, right? You hear, you olfactory, you smell. So your sense of smell is actually like right, well, in your nose, but like right around here. That's where your sense of smell is. And so it sends a signal right to your, right to your brain. When you smell something, it's one of, obviously it's one of your 5 special senses. So 1, 2, and 8 of your cranial nerves. And that's a diagram just pointing to all 3 of those. Olfactory, the eye dissection is the one dissection I really wanted you guys to be able to do that we didn't do. We did the brain, which is great, but I wanted you to do the eye. Showing you all those. And then we have 5 cranial nerves, which primarily motor neurons: oculomotor, trochlear, abducens, accessory, hypoglossal, 3, 4, 6, 11, and 12. And this is, so the oculomotor, moving the eye, showing you that diagram there. Hypoglossal, moving the tongue. Okay, and some of the nerves in the neck are being pointed out here, right? So just know those different motor cranial nerves. Sorry, I'm like looking at it myself, and sometimes it's amazing when you just look at science of the body. Oculomotor, moving the eye, your trochlear nerve, abducens, those are all associated with the eye, and then your hypoglossal with your tongue, and it's just amazing how the body is, how the body functions. All right, so those deal with movement, the eye, tongue, the neck. Okay, then you have these 4 that are mixed, right? So 3 that are sensory, 5 that are motor, and then another 4 that are mixed. 5, 3, 8 plus 4 is 12. All right, so trigeminal, facial, glossopharyngeal, and vagus are all mixed. Okay, and it shows you kind of what they do in this diagram. I know you have to look at it closely, but it shows you the facial nerve moving the face, sensing, touching, senses touches on the face, the trigeminal, the mandible, the jaw, the glossopharyngeal. Okay, talks about different parts of the face that are moved by that. And then the vagus, you'll see that's one of the nerves that's affects things that are below the head and shoulder, below the shoulders, right? You'll see the vagus nerve. That plays a role in parts of your body that are well below, like in your stomach and your kidneys, and in your heart. Okay? So just look into those and know that the differences between these cranial nerves. All right. So, and that's a diagram with all the cranial nerves sort of all put together and where they enter the brain. I think we've talked about this a little bit in class, Bell's palsy, problem with the facial nerve, right? So the facial nerve, remember, is one of the mixed nerves, sensory and motor, right? So patients have, if you have Bell's palsy, there's an issue with the facial nerve, which can be caused by a virus, tumor, trauma, and can deform the face and cause paralysis to parts of the face, okay, which makes sense, right? And that's the end of section 2.